Offset has reportedly been hit with one of the biggest financial shocks of his career, a tax situation that's now sparking serious questions about his finances and his rocky marriage to Cardi B. According to multiple online reports, including entertainment outlets like US Weekly, the IRS allegedly filed a lien connected to more than $2.3 million in unpaid taxes. And that's before counting what's said to be additional state-level debt in Georgia. Now, here's where things get messy. Fans who tuned in to Cardi B's recent Twitter Spaces say she opened up about how Offset's unresolved financial issues have been dragging their divorce. She reportedly claimed that Offset wouldn't finalize the split unless she covered part of his tax bill and even offered up one of her properties, something she flat out refused to do. If true, that's wild, because while Offset's been accused of financial mismanagement, Cardi B has been vocal about handling her own business and paying her taxes on time. It's giving "I'm not cleaning up your mess" energy, and social media is eating it up. But what exactly is this alleged $2.3 million debt all about, and how did Offset's money situation spiral to this point? Let's break it down. According to publicly available tax documents and reports circulating online, the Internal Revenue Service allegedly filed a federal tax lien against Offset earlier this year, claiming that he owes roughly $2.3 million in unpaid federal taxes. Now, before anybody panics, this doesn't mean Offset is bankrupt or in trouble with the law. A lien simply means the government has a legal claim to collect what's reportedly owed before he can freely sell or transfer major assets like property or vehicles. Still, it's not a good look for a celebrity whose lifestyle screams luxury and success. To make things worse, several outlets also claimed the Georgia Department of Revenue filed its own tax liens worth around $230,000, bringing the total amount owed to well over $2.5 million. Fans online were stunned, especially since Offset has been seen rocking designer fits, performing at sold-out shows, and living the kind of life that doesn't exactly scream tax trouble. Comment sections immediately lit up with speculation. Some people said it might just be an accountant issue. Maybe his team missed a few filings, while others were convinced Offset had been overspending and underplanning for years. One fan even joked he should have taken that TurboTax sponsorship when he had the chance. But behind the jokes, it's a reminder that tax issues are serious business, and they can happen to anyone, even multi-platinum artists. The IRS doesn't play, and once a lien goes public, it becomes a matter of record, meaning Offset's financial situation is now everyone's business. So what does all this mean for Cardi B? And why are fans saying she's the real one paying the price for Offset's mistakes? Let's get into that next. When the story about Offset's alleged tax debt started circulating, Cardi B didn't stay silent for long. During a candid Twitter Spaces session, she reportedly told fans that the only reason she's still legally married is because Offset hasn't agreed to finalize their divorce unless she helps with his financial troubles. According to Cardi's own words, which quickly spread across social media, Offset allegedly wanted her to cover part of his tax bill and even hand over one of her properties as part of the split. Cardi made it clear that she's not doing that. She says she pays her own taxes, manages her own career, and has no intention of taking responsibility for anyone else's mistakes. Fans immediately rallied behind her. Many said she's doing exactly what any smart woman would do, setting boundaries and protecting her hard-earned money. Some users even quoted her famous line, "If it ain't my bill, I ain't paying it." From a legal perspective, experts online pointed out that most courts don't require one spouse to cover the other's pre-existing debts, especially when those debts were not shared during the marriage. So Cardi's position isn't just emotional, it's grounded in financial common sense. The entire situation has become a public showdown, Cardi emphasizing independence and Offset being painted, at least by fans, as financially reckless. Still, neither of them has officially confirmed how close they are to finalizing their divorce, and until that happens, everything remains in speculation territory. But fans are asking the real question: how did things get this bad between two people who once seemed inseparable? Let's rewind to how the cracks in their relationship started showing. Long before the financial drama made headlines, fans already knew that Cardi B and Offset's relationship had been through the ringer. From public breakups to emotional reconciliations, their marriage played out like a reality show. Only this time, the audience was the entire internet. Over the years, Offset has faced multiple accusations of being unfaithful. Cardi herself spoke openly about their ups and downs, even admitting in past interviews that she'd given him more chances than most people ever would. Fans loved her honesty, but many also warned that the constant back and forth could eventually take a toll, and it seems they were right. Even though Offset never confirmed many of the rumors, social media receipts, viral clips, and fan speculation painted a picture of a couple struggling behind the scenes. Still, Cardi stayed focused on her music, her family, and her business, proving that no matter what was happening personally, she could keep winning professionally. So when she finally told fans that Offset's alleged tax situation was part of why their divorce hasn't been finalized, people weren't surprised. They saw it as the final straw in a long list of frustrations. Some fans said Cardi's patience deserves a medal. Others argued she should have left for good the first time things got messy. Either way, most agree she's doing the right thing by standing her ground now. And as for Offset, the reported text that is only part of the story. Once the IRS steps in, the stakes get much higher. So what exactly happens when a lien like this hits, and how could it affect his career moving forward? Let's break that down next. When the IRS reportedly files a lien, it's not just a piece of paper. It's a public notice that the government has a legal claim over someone's assets until a debt is paid. That means before Offset can sell property, transfer ownership, or make big financial moves, the government is first in line to collect what's owed. According to financial experts quoted in entertainment outlets, liens can seriously affect an artist's career. They don't necessarily mean bankruptcy, but they can limit access to credit, affect sponsorships, and make major purchases complicated. For a celebrity whose image is built on luxury, cars, jewelry, private jets, that can send the wrong signal to brands and business partners. Still, there's a silver lining. The IRS has programs for repayment and settlement. Offset can reportedly work out a payment plan or even negotiate a reduced balance if he shows consistent effort to pay. But the fact that things reach the point of a lien suggests this has been building up for years, and that's what's raising eyebrows online. Fans are now speculating that these money problems might be what's fueling the ongoing tension with Cardi B. Some believe he's feeling financial pressure and hoping she'll step in to help, while others think he's just avoiding accountability. Either way, it's clear that Offset's next financial moves will determine how quickly he bounces back from this. But while Offset's scrambling to handle his money matters, Cardi seems to be thriving. New projects, new focus, and maybe even new love. Let's take a look at how she's moving forward while he's still stuck in the past. While Offset's been dealing with financial headlines, Cardi B has been on a whole different wave, one that screams independence, confidence, and growth. She's been performing at major festivals, teasing new music, and letting fans know that her energy is focused on her career and her happiness. In interviews and live streams, Cardi has talked about learning from the past and prioritizing her peace. She's made it clear that she's no longer entertaining any drama that doesn't serve her. Fans have noticed too, calling this her reclaiming era. One fan tweeted, "Cardi's finally putting herself first, and it shows." Professionally, she's thriving. Her latest music projects are pulling strong numbers. Brand collaborations are rolling in, and she's even hinted at upcoming international shows. Every move she makes now feels intentional, as if she's building a life and career completely separate from the shadow of her marriage. And the internet? They're fully behind her. TikTok clips of her Twitty Spaces comments went viral, with creators praising how she stood firm about not paying anyone else's debts. It became a viral moment of female empowerment, with thousands of fans saying Cardi's situation is a reminder that love shouldn't come with financial ultimatums. Even entertainment blogs that used to cover their relationship drama are now describing her as focused and unbothered. She's showing that you can go through heartbreak, public scrutiny, and messy rumors and still come out stronger. But as Cardi continues to rise, Offset's facing more pressure than ever, both from fans and from his own finances. So what happens next? Let's wrap this up with what the future might hold for both of them.
As it stands, the situation between Cardi B and Offset seems far from over. Reports suggest their divorce remains in limbo, not because of love, but because of money. If the claims about Offset's tax liens are accurate, it's clear that he has serious financial issues to resolve before moving forward. Fans online are divided. Some say Offset is just going through a rough patch and can bounce back once his finances stabilize. Others believe Cardi's doing the right thing by refusing to take responsibility for debts that aren't hers. The general consensus: it's time for both of them to close this chapter and move on in peace. Offset still has opportunities ahead. He's a talented artist, and if he manages his situation properly, working with financial advisors, setting up repayment plans, and focusing on music, he can rebuild. Plenty of celebrities have overcome financial setbacks and come out stronger. Meanwhile, Cardi's living proof that resilience pays off. She's turning her pain into power, her setbacks into success, and reminding her audience, especially women, that self-respect and independence matter more than any relationship status. Her fans see her as a symbol of growth, and whether she's single or remarried someday, they know she'll do it on her own terms. At the end of the day, both Cardi and Offset are household names with global influence. But this situation shows how money, fame, and love can collide, and how even the biggest stars face challenges behind the scenes. What do you think about all this? Should Cardi just let the courts handle it, or should Offset take full responsibility for sorting his taxes before anything else? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more updates on this ongoing story.